in the season of life where so many of the things you worked hard for, you dreamt about, have come true, and you are ready to step into the next season of envisioning what your life can be like, what you're ready to receive, what you're ready to step into, who you're ready to become. This full moon tapping session is for you. Welcome to our first 2025 full moon session. If you have never tapped with me before, welcome. You are in for a treat. I often say tapping is better experienced than explained. And if you have never experienced it before, you're going to have a big shift today. We utilize these 2 times of the month, the full moon and the new moon, to do a release session or a receive session. And we use the modality of EFT tapping to help you do that. And today, when I was prepping, I asked myself 4 questions that I'm going to start by asking you. So number 1 is, what are you releasing on this full moon? And whenever I look at what I want to release, I also think about what I want to create, who I want to become, what am I manifesting next? And as I mentioned at the start of this video, a lot of the people in my world have already manifested so many things. They have the love of their life. They're doing work that they love. They're making good money. But now it's time to go to a new level, to the next chapter. And in order to do that, we do have to look at, is there anywhere that I'm still playing small? Are there any beliefs that are still keeping me stuck? And if so, what are those? So the first question, what is it that you need to release to step into this new chapter, really shining your light, really standing out and being seen, really showing up as the star that you are? The second question is, what are you celebrating? Because one of the themes around today's session is going to be about appreciating the abundance that's in your life now, that you really recognizing you have already done it. You have already accomplished, you've already received so much. And so what are you celebrating being one of the most important questions to ask yourself this week, and creating what I call a receiving tracker. We're doing this inside, we're doing a 10K and 30-day challenge inside of Sales School this month, and it has been a game changer. Starting these receiving trackers has amped up people's sales, has amped up people's connections with new clients more than anything. The third question is, what are you stepping into next? And creating that affirmation. I am stepping into my next season as a well-known leader in my industry. I am stepping into this next season being the healthiest version of myself. And creating that affirmation for yourself today. I am stepping into what? Claiming it here, claiming it now. That's what this whole session is for. And the last question, what is it that you're manifesting? What is it that you want? Do you know that? Is that top of mind? This is one of the things that stop people from really receiving, is not knowing or being specific enough. You've heard me mention before, you can say things like, I want more money, but more money can be finding $1 on the ground. You want to get specific with what you're manifesting right now, and we're going to use today's tapping to clear out any of the stories, beliefs, or subconscious parts of self that are stopping you from really getting there. So let's dive in. If you have tapped with me before, put a 1 in the comments. If you have never tapped with me before, put a 2 in the comments. I'm so excited to connect with you today. So good to see so many new and returning faces. And before we begin, if you love this session, make sure you're in the 10-day Make It Happen Tapping Challenge. We are starting on Wednesday, January 15th to January 28th. Sessions just like this every single day, but it's all around the mindset of, I am here to make big shit happen. And in order to make that happen, I need to heal the parts of myself that are standing in my way. I also need to be in a certain frequency to receive. And I'm going to teach you how to do that in that space. Amazing. Look at all these ones. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you love this session, please share it to your stories. Tag me. I will give away a gift to anybody who shares. I will be drawing one person today to receive a gift from me. So let's dive into our session. Go ahead, close your eyes as long as you're not driving and you're in a safe place to do so. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times, opening up your heart and chest. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Setting aside anything you were doing before this. Anything you'll go to after this. And I want you to think about this next cycle that we are beginning, from this January full moon to the February full moon, a month from now. And I want you to get really clear on what you're manifesting in this next month. What are you intentionally creating with your time, with your life? What are you calling in? And give yourself a moment to tune into that right now. Are you calling in new clients? Are you calling in specific experiences? What are you calling in, stepping into, manifesting in this next month? And I want you to create an affirmation for yourself using the statement, I am. In the next month, I am. I'm calling in 10 new clients, or I'm calling in the opportunity to speak on stage, or I'm calling in 5 new podcast collabs. I am calling in $20,000 extra dollars into my business this month. In the next month, I am fill in the blank. And then once you have that statement, I want you to notice in your body, how does your body feel when you say that out loud? In the next month, I am fill in the blank. And is there any resistance or disbelief in the body? Tapping is a somatic practice, which means we use our body to guide us. So if you say, I am manifesting 10 new clients in the next month, or 100 new people in my program, or a speaking gig, or whatever it is, and you say that out loud, and then you feel a little resistance, like, I don't know, there's a resistance in my chest. There's a part of me that doesn't fully know or believe that that's going to happen. And how high is that resistance on a scale of 0 to 10? So go ahead, share in the chat your I am statement for the next month. In the next month, I am. And I have resistance around this, and my number is, on a scale of 0 to 10, what number is it? So 0 meaning none. I know that this is happening. I have so much certainty. There's no resistance. There's no subconscious resistance at all. It's a 0. 10 is it's really high. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't see how it's going to happen. I feel some doubt. Amazing. Welcome, everyone. So go ahead, share in the comments what your number is. The numbers are significant in a tapping session, because if you're saying an affirmation like, I am manifesting new clients this month, or a new speaking opportunity this month, or the next level in my business, but there's like a 7 of resistance in your body, it's like having 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake. So it's a tug of war that's happening internally. I always say that your body has to be on board with who you're becoming. So you can say these affirmations and statements out loud, but if the body doesn't believe it, it'll have that 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake sensation. Awesome. I see 9, 3, 6, 8. So if where your number is important in tapping, because it tells us what kind of language we need to use. So if your number is between like a 7 and a 10, that means we need to do some venting. If your number is between a 4 and a 6, it means your subconscious brain is ready to let it go. It's ready to let go of your resistance. If your number is between a 0 and a 3, it means your subconscious brain is primed and prepped to use affirmations. You'll say an affirmation and you'll believe it. Like, I am calling in 5 new clients next month, and you'll be able to say it and believe it. You're like, I already know it. It's already done. Okay, so that's the significance of the numbers. In these full moon tapping sessions, we do 3 rounds of tapping. We do the venting stage, the releasing stage, and the affirmation stage. So let's dive in, and we're going to do our first round of releasing. So go ahead, tapping on the side of the hand. And if you've never tapped before, it's just like a game of Simon Says. You're going to do what I do and say what I say. So tapping on the side of the hand, let's say, even though I have this goal for the next month, there's some resistance in my body to believing that it could happen. I can feel this resistance in and name where it is in your body, in your stomach, your chest, your head, your shoulders. And I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I know this goal is possible for me. I can feel some resistance in my body around it. And I love and accept myself anyway. even though I have this goal I want to reach in the next month. There's a part of me that believes that this can happen. And there's a part of me that's unsure. I love and accept both parts of me now. Top of the head. On this full moon, I'm setting my intention for the next month. Eyebrow point. And when I say my affirmation out loud, tapping on the side of the eye, in the next month, I am fill in the blank. Underneath the eye, I feel this resistance in my chest, in my stomach, in my head. Fill in the blank. Where is it in your body? Underneath the nose. There's a part of me that doesn't know if I'm really going to be able to do it. Underneath the mouth, I feel this doubt or uncertainty in my body. Collarbone point. But I'm open to letting it go. Underneath the arms, I'm open to releasing it today. Underneath the chest. And the next month, I am stepping into fill in the blank. Wrist point. But when I say this out loud, I feel this resistance in my body. Top of the head, and I'm open to letting it go. Okay. So you can stop tapping, take a deep breath. And I'm going to teach you something right now that I normally only teach inside of advanced tapping. And that is when you say a statement, like in the next month, I am stepping into an extra 20K in my business, or 10 new clients signing up, or booking more podcasts, or a speaking gig. And you say that and you feel that resistance, and it's like a 7 or an 8 or a 10, it's in your body somewhere. What your body is actually showing you is a part of yourself that doesn't quite believe it can happen yet. So it's called parts of self-work. I've been doing it for 13 years. You maybe have seen it come out recently. Gabby Bernstein just wrote a book on this. It's just come out. But this is what we're doing when we're doing advanced tapping, is we're looking at, okay, which part of me doesn't think I can hit this goal and why? And she's often linked to something that has happened in the past. Maybe you've tried to hit this goal in the past and it didn't work. Maybe you've seen someone else try to do something in the past and it didn't work. And this part of you isn't here to harm you. She's actually here to help you. She's here to help you unlock that next level. So today I'm going to actually take you a little bit deeper. I usually don't do this, only in my private sessions, but I want to show you how this subconscious work really works and can help you get to that next level. So again, your affirmation is in the next month, I am fill in the blank. Okay, so you can share that below. In the next month, I am fill in the blank. And then how high is my resistance now on a scale of 0 to 10? So looking if that number has changed, you can drop your number in the chat. I know lots of people started at like an 8, a 9, 7. We had some pretty high numbers. You should see that number start to decrease as our tapping progresses. And now I'm going to take you into a tapping meditation, okay? So obviously don't do this if you're driving. Only do this if you're in a safe place to do so. Sherry, you saw your number drop down to a 4. Beautiful. And in traditional tapping, you would just keep doing that round over and over again, but I'm going to show you some advanced tapping right now. Yours is at an 8, went from a 9 to an 8. Okay, so we're seeing these numbers start to go down. Awesome. So now I'm going to teach you what's called finger tapping. This is really great if you're an anxious person, if you ever feel like you have social anxiety, if you feel like you get anxious while you're driving. Knowing this method is going to help calm your nervous system, but it can also take you into a more meditative state. Okay, so it can help you go into that relaxed mode. And when a woman is relaxed, that's when she receives. So finger tapping, you're just tapping on the side of the nail bed. And you can see it kind of gets you into a rhythm, right? You're just tapping on the side of the nail, going one at a time. Close your eyes, and I want you to visualize with me right now. So take a nice deep breath. And visualize that part of you that's holding on to doubt, uncertainty, or fear. That part of you that doesn't think you're going to hit your goal in the next month. And from a distance, just looking at her, what does she look like? Knowing everybody visualizes differently. So some people are visual, some people have a sense or knowing. And connecting with this part of you now. Noticing what she's wearing, what she looks like, how she feels. And then I want you to imagine, just like you would stepping in and talking to a friend, step in with her now. Let her know that you see her. Ask her why she doesn't think this big goal or dream is going to happen. And just listen for what she has to say. Maybe she says something like, I just don't feel good enough. Maybe she says something like, I'm just so tired. Maybe she said, I've tried to hit this goal before and it didn't work. Whatever she tells you right now is super important information. It holds a key to what's going on with you subconsciously. And this part of you just wants to be seen and heard. So whatever information she is sharing with you now, you can write it down, you can just keep it top of mind. And then we're going to tap again on the side of the hand and say, even though there's this part of me that doesn't believe I can hit my goal, because fill in the blank. I see her now, and I'm ready to step into a new possibility. Even though there's this part of me that doesn't believe I'm going to hit my goal. Because fill in the blank. Why? What did she tell you? I love and accept myself anyway. Even though there's this part of me that's feeling doubtful, insecure, or worried. She doesn't believe she can hit her goal because fill in the blank. I love and accept myself anyway. Let's go to the top of the head and say, there's this part of me. Eyebrow point. She's been there for a while. Side of the eye that doesn't believe. Underneath the eye that she's good enough. Underneath the nose, or that she can hit this goal. Underneath the mouth, and I want this part of me to know that I see her now. Collarbone point, that it's safe for her to be seen. Underneath the arms, I give her permission to have a voice. Underneath the chest so that she can reclaim her power. Good, so you can stop tapping. Take a deep breath. I can see all kinds of comments coming in. So for those of you that are following along with the tapping with me, this is one component, right? So we did that first round of tapping to bring you down from that intensity from like an 8, 9, 10 down to a 4. Then we went into this part of self that's showing up. Our body showed us this, right? If your body's holding resistance to your affirmation, it's a part of self that's coming up to be healed. We closed our eyes, we connected with her. What did she look like? Where was she? What did you see? And she's, like I said, she's not here to harm you or hold you back. She's here to help you. But we need to know how to communicate with her in order to do that. So I'm curious now if you want to share what you saw, what information you got from her. And when I did this earlier today with a group of women, we were tapping on feeling safe to really unapologetically shine your light, sell your offers, stand out in the world. And when we went into this part of self kind of tapping workshop, you can see that it's often connected to something that has happened in the past. And for one woman, she was like, oh, I feel like the more I shine, the more like women attack me, or I'm going to be like judged by other women. And we looked at, is this part of self connected to any other earlier point in time? So that might be happening for you too, or you might just see, yeah, she looks really tired, or she looks really worried. And our main thing is, what does she need to feel better? So that's what we're going to do for this last half, is support this part of you that has felt not enough, that has felt tired, that has felt defeated. What does she need in this moment to feel better? Awesome. I'm seeing these comments come through. Nikki said she looked much older, tired, and sad. She tried so many times in the past and has always failed. Yeah. And again, she's not here to hold you back. She's here to help you. So what does this part of you now need to feel better? And maybe it's not to take action. Maybe she just really needs some nurturing. Maybe she needs some support. Maybe she needs people around her or a hug. And this is where you get to ask her. Alita said, I teetered around a 7 or 8, and then the parts of self brought me down to a 3 or a 4. I know, it's so cool to see how fast it worked, because it also helps us understand what's really going on here. Achieving your goals is so much more than just action. That's one part of it. You can have all the success strategies in the world, but if you don't have that subconscious support to back it up, it will block. You will have that 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake sensation. For me, it was feeling punished for speaking her truth. That's also very common. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, so what does she need in order to feel better, or in order to feel safe right now? And again, it might not be like she can go speak her truth in this moment, but maybe she needs some sort of protection, asking her what that looks like for her. Alita says, I'm seeing my teenage self not believing I'm worthy. Yeah, and that's, like I said, this is where we get to that root, looking at, it's this part of self is showing us an earlier memory. So for this next round, we're going to go back to that finger tapping, using that visualization again, closing your eyes, taking a nice deep breath, connecting back in with this part of you who felt afraid, unworthy, didn't believe she could hit her goal. And just ask her right now what she needs to feel better, or what would help her feel protected or safe. And it can be anything in the world that she wants. You're going to give it to her now. Maybe it's a hug. Maybe it's people supporting her to help her hit her goal. See them around her now. See them surrounding her. Maybe it's protection, that she can shine her light, she can express her ideas in the world, and she's protected. Whatever she needs right now, just ask her what that is and see her receiving it. And this part's so important because most women have a hard time receiving. So when your subconscious can learn that it's safe to receive, your current self, your present self feels that way too. See her receiving the support, the guidance, the protection, the encouragement that she needed but didn't have. And you can tell me out loud what that looks like. So for me, my part of self, she's like, I need people around me. I need women that have good ideas that I can talk to and bounce ideas off of. I need time in nature. I need energy to express my ideas. So I see her having all of the things that she needs now. The women surrounding her, her time in nature, anything she asks for, seeing her receive it now. And then when you're ready, you can stop tapping, put your hands on your heart, and tell me out loud what you see her receiving in this moment. And how does she feel now that she's got that? You can tell me out loud, no one can hear you. Seeing her feel more empowered, seeing her feel relieved that she is seen and heard, and seeing her feel connected to something much bigger and much greater that is going to support her. It's going to support her on this journey now. And surround her in whatever color or light you can see. protecting her, illuminating her, literally turning her light on. She's receiving everything she needs, and you are receiving everything you need to reach this goal now. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I want to end with that affirmation that you are receiving everything you need to reach this goal now. What does it feel like to believe that? That you can let go of your attachment to knowing how and when and where. I am receiving everything I need to reach this goal now. Whether that's an idea, a creative idea, a connection to a new person, I am receiving everything I need to reach this goal now. And what does that affirmation mean to you? So for me, that's what it means. Like if I'm receiving everything I need to reach this goal now, that means my connection to my higher self. I'm receiving all the ideas. I'm receiving all the right introductions. I'm even receiving the right reels on my Instagram to connect with women, to have them on my podcast, to build my network. I am receiving everything I need to reach this goal now. So we're going to tap that affirmation in for this last round. I am curious if anything else came up for you as you saw her receiving. And this is often the hardest part for women. When I do this work one-on-one especially, they can connect to the part of self. They can see how she's feeling, where she, what it's rooted in, but seeing her get what she really wants is often the biggest block. And it sometimes takes some time. Like, what do you mean I can ask for what I want and get it? That's what the universe is here trying to tell you. You can ask for what you want and get it. And practicing that subconsciously, asking for what she wants and seeing her receive it, you'll feel that shift happen in your body. You'll feel like, that's what it feels like to have this happen. So for this last round, let's tap together on the side of the hand. You did so great today. Thank you for tapping with me on this full moon. And say, even though I had this part of me that had some doubt and fear, I am healing her now. And I am receiving everything I need to make this happen. Even though there was this part of me that needed to be healed, I can see her healing now. And I am receiving everything I need to make this happen. Good. This last round, we're going to the top of the head and say, I'm receiving everything I need to make this happen now. Eyebrow point, something has shifted in me. Side of the eye, I'm receiving everything I need to make this happen now. Underneath the eye, I am receiving everything I need to make this happen now. Underneath the nose, I release my attachment. Underneath the mouth, to how and when and where. Collarbone point, I release my fear, doubt, and worry. Underneath the arms, and I choose to get excited instead. Underneath the chest, everything I need is coming to me now. Wrist point, to help make this happen. Top of the head, I give myself permission to get excited about it. Eyebrow point, I let this excitement fill my body. Side of that, I open myself up to limitless possibility. Underneath the eye, and I am receiving everything I need to make this happen now. Good. So stop tapping, take a deep breath. Our last check-in, I want you to close your eyes and use the affirmation we started at the beginning. I am stepping into fill in the blank. In the next month, I am fill in the blank. In the next month, I am calling in a new client. I am being invited to speak on stages. I am booking 5 new podcasts, whatever your affirmation was in the next month, I am. And give yourself a number on a scale of 0 to 10 now. How high is that resistance? And you are attracting everything you need to make this happen now. If you want to stay in this energy, in this frequency, come and join us. The $33 tapping challenge. It's 10 days of tapping for $33. And it's all around being in the frequency of making it happen. It's called the Make It Happen mindset. I've been talking about this for the past few months. But we're doing 10 days of tapping in this energy. And I will tell you, it blows my mind every time we do these challenges. The things that happen for people in this space is out of this world. And it's all because of you. It's all because tapping connects you back into you. It gets you into alignment with yourself, your ideas, your opportunities, the things that are meant for you. So I invite you to join us. It's starting this Wednesday, $33. It's 10 days of tapping, the Make It Happen Tapping Challenge. Look at all these numbers. We started at 8, 9s, and 10s. Now we're at 4, 6, 2, 2, 3, 2. Wow. So tapping is fast. It is effective. I invite you to come join us. You can send me a DM. I will send you the link to the challenge. You'll also see it over in my stories. And I can't wait to share this whole experience with you. Thank you so much. Share this with a friend. Let me know if you share it in your stories. Tag me, and I will be picking one person to win a prize, whoever shares today. Bye.